Hi, hello, and welcome, guys. Welcome back to Prem Yathvik. Today's learning is about gRPC, which means Google Remote Procedure Call. What? The word Google is mentioned here. Yes, exactly. It's actually called Remote Procedure Call. It is released by Google, so it's called as Google Remote Procedure Call. Yes, it's a most advanced API and modern API framework. What API framework? Yes, we have already seen we have different API framework, which is REST API, and also we have seen GraphQL API. Now we are moving into advanced, which is Google Remote Procedure Call (gRPC). Yes, it runs in a highly secured HTTP2 API. So how this communication is happening? Yes, in REST API, mostly our data is communicating in the form of JSON, but in gRPC, it's a different one. It's communicating via binary data. It is called polyglot. Polyglot is nothing but it can able to communicate different technologies, and additionally it can able to communicate server to server communication, server to client communication, client to server communication. That's a major advantage here. For example, if you guys are working in a big company, we have maintaining lot of different technological project, different tech stack project. For example, ML team is creating his project in a Python language and backend team is creating his project in a Java language, but Java team has to access some of the Python language. So in this case, this gRPC is work. We can able to access different tech stack functions directly and use it. This is the main advantage here. So it's making a bridge to communicate with different technological functions. Mostly this will help for microservice architecture. The performance wise, it's very good and highly efficiency. For example, if you are using for a streaming project like that, it is good approach to work on that. Yes, of course, we can able to do a streaming project using our REST API HTTP, but it may have delay here. So without delay, we need to get at the time itself. We can able to go with gRPC. Mostly, gRPC is called dot proto. Dot proto is nothing but an API contract. So this is the screen you can able to see here, right? This is the flow currently having on. This is the best example for our client application. So this is the client call. You are in a client application. You are just making an gRPC call. It will be moved to the encoding part. That encoding part, it will move to the client stub. So client stub is nothing but an API contract. Then it will go to gRPC runtime. Then it will go to transport. Using the HTTP2, it will move back to our server, backend server also has a transport, then it will go to gRPC runtime, then it will go to decoding, then it will go to server application, it will give a return, then it will be getting again encoding, then it will go to gRPC runtime transport, it will move back to our front end, there it will be go to gRPC, then it will go to decoding, then it will give to client application. So this is the common flow that currently gRPC is working on. So what are all the current companies is using gRPC? As already told, so we don't need any delay. So that the purpose gRPC is using and here, right? Currently Zerotha, we already know more about Zerotha, right? So it's a stack or stock application. So there we don't need any delay to sell or buy a stock here, right? So mostly Zerodha will give a delay of 1 millisecond. When you're going for REST API, will get a lot, most will get lot of delay like 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minute, and all when you're getting a high load. But Zerodha will be giving his response in 1 millisecond. So it's a very high, right? So this is the modern API framework, and it has some disadvantage also. It will be work only in a latest browser. For example, if you are developing a project for an old browser using client, it's not recommendable. And also, if you are creating an open source project, anywhere in the world can use this API. So at the time, we should not go with gRPC, we can go with an REST API. And also, you are developing a small dummy project or college project, so like that time you just ignore this gRPC. So coming to the conclusion, gRPC is most advanced version of REST API. Mostly this will work for streaming or live streaming or streaming the video or anything. For streaming purpose, gRPC is giving is high performance. It will work for any different servers, and it can be communicated to other server and also other client. So the term polyglot, it's the used for gRPC. Hope you guys learned new thing today. Do a subscribe, support me. Bye guys.